Yo, it's Mars. There's just some food for thought for you guys. Over the summer, I learned a lot from this old man that I talk to all the time about some love troubles. And we had conversations about the meaning of life, which is a very, obviously intense and such a broad question or whatever, but here's some things that I came away with that with. A main sticking point was that stress and just the daily grind would definitely get in the way of being able to think as clearly as I was, because I was on a vacation. But I wondered, in this kind of state where there wasn't many things to have to worry about, what could I carry over into my normal life? And I wrote down a couple points that I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know what you think. 1, goodness is the lack of suffering. 2, the authentic pursuit of goodness is a noble cause that will lead us on a path towards joy. 3, joy is the quality of life. 4, goodness is a lifelong journey. Goodness is achieved by the loving gifts you offer to the world around you. 5, lack of suffering is made possible by your acceptance. You're not always in control. 6, pain is unavoidable. Suffering is an option. 7, life is built on the bits and pieces of joy. Life is built on the bits and pieces of joy. And then I wrote, express your will, be the captain, trust yourself. And I think all these kind of stem from me just asking questions, trying to probe further and how I can really use this in my own life, because it's very easy, and even in the moment it felt very dumb to kind of think about it in this type of way, when it's well, yeah, I'm gonna still have these responsibilities, I'm gonna have this stuff to do, why would I care about this? But I think in the way you want to live your life, it's important to at least give some of these things a thought, and it sometimes helps to step back a little bit. So you find goodness when there's a lack of suffering. And then 6 says pain is unavoidable, suffering is an option. So you will experience pain depending on what happens. You lose friendships, you hurt yourself, you lose a job, hunger. Lack of suffering is made possible by your acceptance. We are not always in control. So things can happen, yeah, but are you going to just think about the many ways, oh, I could have done this, I could have done that, I could have done this, when it's well, yeah, man, things are going to happen. Do what's best in your control, but continuously pondering over it, I think, is a bigger negative than a positive to yourself. Authentic pursuit of goodness is a noble cause that will lead us on the path towards joy. And then we already said goodness is the lack of suffering. Joy is the quality of life. So when we were talking about this, I said, yeah, I think quality of life is very important. And that's where joy comes in. Let's go to 4. Goodness is achieved by the loving gifts you offer to the world around you. But it's also a lifelong journey. So throughout your life, different gifts that you take up, the different skills that you have, the different ways you help your family, that's how you build towards goodness. And through that goodness, you hopefully find joy there. And that joy will be the quality of your life. I think there's a lot of ways that a person can think about this, and I hope it helps even a little bit. I'll probably have these things up as subtitles or as titles there for someone to be able to read. But I think just thinking through it kind of helps a little bit. This is definitely way easier said than done. As I said before, it's definitely the stress and the complications of just average life that make these things kind of feel obsolete. But I think there is importance in them